Okay guys, we're at the new gifting spot here. I'm going to tell you the significance of this gifting spot, why we're at this location, what it is we're gifting, and please do me a favor and get my 6. Watch in the background, okay? The sun's almost down, dark's coming on pretty fast. You can see here my gifts in the background with my new cell phone here, my walking stick / knocking stick, which is an Eastern Redbud. Okay, so, my cat's back there, so don't freak out too much. If you see something that looks like a big bushy gray cat, it's because it is. I'm on my property, okay? A lot of the tree knocking we've done and the first gifting site we set up was not on my property. It wasn't too far away from here. But obviously trying to lead the Bigfoot Sasquatch away from my home to a different location didn't work, as we found out when we went back to check the gifting site and all these things, and some stuff kept going on here. So I've kind of accepted the fact that, you know, a lot of people have said this in the comments, this was his or her or their home first, not mine. And so it's kind of like I'm the one who's on their land, I guess. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, I've been thinking, I've got an entire herd of free-range deer on my property. We've got between 20 and 40 head of free-range deer. I guess I've got a free-range herd of Bigfoot Sasquatch on here, and it's either I live with them, I accept the fact that they're here, and we live in peace, we live in harmony, or probably I'm the one that needs to leave, because despite my best efforts, they seem to be wanting to stay here. Now, number 2, let's say none of that is true. Let's say it's an annoying neighbor playing some pranks because maybe they're butthurt about getting run off this place with a crayon or whatever. And so they're watching the channel, they're trolling, you know. Here's the significance of this particular spot where this new gifting site is. If you don't know my land, you'll never find this spot. I have about 6 acres, just shy of 6 acres. It's like 5.78 acres. Many parts of my land you can see from the road, so you can drive by all you want. Oh, look, that's where that Crazy Lake guy lives, talking about Bigfoot Sasquatch and whatever. Okay, half the place you won't see. The only way you would know, and if you come on here trying to find it at night with your flashlights and your headlamps and all that stuff, you could spend all night out here and not find this place. I mean, 6 acres doesn't sound like a lot compared to a lot of the truly vast estates around here, but when you don't know your way around, that was my cat, don't freak out. If you don't know your way around, you wouldn't find this spot, okay? I creep myself out with these stories. Okay, but anyway, okay, the point is, a lot of people have been saying in the comments that somebody's watching these videos playing pranks, so on and so forth. In this specific location, if you don't know my land, you're not going to find this. Period. Point blank. Okay? So if anything goes on from this point forward, it's either our hairy friend or the annoying neighbor who does know this land very well, for reasons that, well, if you watch that video, you know why they would know this land very well. So that's going to help me narrow this down. So, but at any rate, darkness is coming on fast, and I'm going to stay out here until after dark tonight. So I'm leaving the gifts. I've got them set up here. I'm going to tell you the significance of these gifts now that you understand the significance of the new gifting site. And then we're going to make some knocks, and then we're going to listen. We're going to look. We're going to wait. I don't care how dark it gets. We're going to stay out here, and we're going to see what we can find. So, peanut butter with a lid, with a screw-on lid. Okay, Bigfoot Sasquatch has opposable thumbs, like us, okay? He, she, they can unscrew a jar of peanut butter. And guys, that's my cat again. This is stuff that I've learned in the comment section from you guys, and I'm so researching this stuff so quickly. So I'm leaving peanut butter this time instead of, like a lot of people have said, leave apples. Well, I said earlier I have a free-range deer herd, between 20 and 40 head of free-range deer on my property. They'll eat those apples. Then what, I'm gonna come up here the next day? Oh wow, all the apples are gone. It must have been Bigfoot Sasquatch. No, that's an uncontrolled specimen for that test, because we all know deer love apples. So deer probably love peanut butter too. The birds that roost in these trees above me are coming in here to roost at night, so we know darkness is coming. So the deer would eat the peanut butter too if I were to just put it out in the open. However, deer don't have opposable thumbs. Deer have hooves. They're like a cloven hoof, like a cow, because they're herbivores. They are, you know, they feed on grass and whatnot. They don't need thumbs, so they can't open that peanut butter. But Bigfoot Sasquatch can. So that's a treat. That's a treat for Bigfoot Sasquatch. So he, she, or they can have a nice snack. But now the picture. This is a message. And guys, this might sound nuts, but listen. You know, I come up here in this field. I've been doing this for many, many months on this channel. And I have these little chats called Morning Rambles. I've been taking a break from it because, I mean, I got burnt out. I'm sure all these sounds we're hearing is just nightlife coming in, but let's make sure to be checking out everything we got going on back here. Okay, you guys watch behind me. I'm gonna like kind of just ignore things. So anyway, for months and months and months, I'd be up here and I'd, you know, give a morning ramble, and then I'd read the comments, and people are like, "Oh, I love that talk. I can relate." Blah blah blah. But then there'd be some. At first, I thought what was a goofy comment. They're like, "Dude, I hate to tell you, but there was something walking in the woods right behind you, about 40 yards back in the woods, and it was on 2 legs." I'm like, what's going on? Crazies, right? So go on. A week later, somebody else would say it, somebody different. Well, this happened regularly, and you know, if you think I wasn't seeing those comments, you're wrong. I was. And then I started noticing these strange events, especially after last October, when I decided to come up here and tell ghost stories in these woods to entertain our subscribers, you know, people who get into that kind of stuff. And I was talking about the Bigfoot Sasquatch, especially because we had the incident with the drone. You know, I'm not going to take up your time for that here. It's in another video we did. So anyway, people kept saying, whatever you do, don't knock, don't tree knock, don't tree knock. You're going to tell them you want to communicate with them. Don't gift, don't do this, don't do that. And I said in a video last week, I almost made a video of myself knocking on a tree to say kind of like ha 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 to all these people that believe in this stuff, but I didn't do it because I don't believe in making fun of other people's beliefs, even if they're not my beliefs. That's just not who I am. So, but I did do a tree knock. And that's when everything changed and we started hearing things, seeing things. So here we are. Now, a lot of the comments that people were making about seeing, you know, 2-legged biped guy in the back or whatnot, they were telling me, don't be scared. A lot of folks are like, you've got a Bigfoot Sasquatch there. You better stay away from there. You better carry, you know, a weapon. You better be prepared because they'll skin you alive, just like in that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie Predator and all that stuff. But then a lot of people, about half the other people, say, no, it's their land. You were there first. They're drawn to you because, like your herd of free-range deer, they can tell you don't mean them any harm. You don't want to hurt them. You know, we don't hunt the deer on our land. We don't allow others to do it. We have free-range gray squirrels out the yin-yang. We probably have, you can go out in our yard and see 20 or 30 gray squirrels at any given time. So these people are like, you know, this is a free-range pod of Bigfoot Sasquatch. And they like hearing your stories. When you tell these stories, the reason, you know, the reason we see them in the backdrop behind you is because you're their entertainment. And they've told their family, hey, come check out this guy. He sits up here and talks to this little box in his hand. It's like I'm their biggest form of entertainment around here they've had for a while. Okay, so we can entertain either idea. We can entertain either idea. They're going to skin me alive and they're going to eat me like in that Predator movie, or they're being entertained right now. They're listening right now. Hence, this picture of these two wolves fighting. Okay? I went to the thrift store today to buy some new Bigfoot Sasquatch hunting clothes. I knew specifically what I wanted, and the thrift store is always like my first go-to because I'm thrifty. Okay? They didn't have what I needed, so I'm probably going to have to order it online. But while I was there, I did not go there to get anything but this specific type of attire to create this new Bigfoot Sasquatch hunting outfit I want. But I was walking through, getting ready to leave, and I came across this painting. And it called to me almost like Bigfoot Sasquatch himself, herself, or their self from the forest behind my home. You know, I'm sure you've heard it, but I'm going to tell you because Bigfoot Sasquatch, if you're here, if you're listening, this story is for you, and this is the significance behind this specific gift, aside from the peanut butter. You know, there was this young Indian boy, Native American Indian boy, talking to his grandfather, and his grandfather was explaining to this young Indian boy about how all of us, no matter where we're from, you know, what country, what ethnicity, male or female, humanoid or Bigfoot Sasquatchoid, we have two wolves living inside us. We have one that is mean. We have a wolf in there that will skin people alive and eat them. It's filled with bitterness, anger, rage, hate, judgmentalness, all these bad things. It's the wolf of the night. But then we have another wolf, the wolf of the day, the wolf of the light. This wolf represents the good that's in all of us. Happiness, joy, love, kindness, empathy. These wolves, the old grandfather told his grandson, are in a constant battle, fiercely battling to the death, to take over our souls, to take over who we are. And the young boy looks at his grandfather and he says, well, grandfather, which wolf wins? And the grandfather says, the one we choose to feed. So that's the significance of this particular gift that I'm leaving out here in the Bigfoot Sasquatch Woods at the new gifting site, which cannot be seen from the road, in a location that only people who know my land very well will know how to find. And Bigfoot Sasquatch, if you're out here with your friends and this is entertaining you, that's the message I want you to hear, okay? You know that, and guys, you can go back and watch some of our old videos. There's been times I've been having morning rambles out here, and some of these free-range deer have almost come up and sat in my lap while I'm talking into this box. And I guess according to what we've been seeing in the background of these videos, some of these Bigfoot Sasquatch are getting pretty close too, if that is indeed what we're seeing. So that's my olive branch Bigfoot Sasquatch, peanut butter, and not just this beautiful oil painting that I got at a thrift store today for $1.99, but it's the meaning behind the story of this oil painting that's priceless. So guys, it's about dark. Not really. It's okay, I'm on the East Coast. It's 5:20 p.m. Sunset was said to be 5:09, so the sun's been down for 11 minutes. In another 10 minutes or so, it will be dark. So let's go ahead and stop yipper-yapper and hear about wolves and which one we choose to feed, and it is a choice. Let's go ahead and do a tree knock. I'm gonna get my new knocking stick because this morning, and you probably saw that video, I sent out my new number to Bigfoot Sasquatch. So now we're going to do it again, and we're going to do 3 times, which is, here I am. If Bigfoot Sasquatch chooses to be this wolf, if he chooses to be this wolf and feed this wolf, it might mean, come get me. Only Bigfoot Sasquatch can make that choice. What was that? Rewind about 5 seconds back from this point and see if you hear a knock. Also, there's something back here on this guy line that's been making the hair on the back of my neck stand up. So you look while I don't, while I completely ignore anything and everything that's back there. Look in the middle of the screen. Do you see it? There you have it, folks. That's it for now. I'll keep you updated. Let's see if these gifts at the new gifting site work.